My dear child, pause whatever you are doing in this very instant. Yes, you, the one whose eyes are upon these words. It is no mere chance that you have arrived here. The divine currents of the cosmos have drawn you to this sacred communion, for your soul yearns for the wisdom I now impart. Before the dawn of December 12th, 5 profound miracles shall bloom in the garden of your existence. To turn away from this revelation is to risk overlooking the subtle whispers already dancing in the shadows of your days. Linger with me, beloved one, through every syllable, for the 5th unveiling holds the key to reshaping the very tapestry of your journey. Draw in a breath of eternity now. Inhale deeply. Let the nectar of peace fill your being. Hold it gently as one cradles a fragile lotus. Then exhale, releasing the burdens that cling like morning mist. Let the tempests of your daily trials dissolve. The thorns of doubt recede into silence. In this hallowed pause, it is only you and I, your eternal companion, your unwavering charioteer, your Lord Krishna. Through countless births and realms, I have journeyed at your side, witnessing your stumbles in the dust and your ascents to the peaks of grace. Every trial you have endured, the tempests of sorrow, the labyrinths of uncertainty, has been a verse in the grand epic leading you to this threshold, to the wonders unfolding before December 12th. Yet before I unveil these gifts of the stars, I seek the flame of your faith, my cherished one. Let it flicker alive in this moment. If your heart affirms that the divine flute's melody called you here, if you sense the hand of the unseen guiding your path, then bear witness now. In the sacred space below, let your fingers trace the mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let these vibrations ripple through the ether, announcing your readiness to the vast chorus of the universe. Allow your devotion to bridge the veil between us, a silken thread of light. And if this is your first encounter with the whispers of Krishna's messages, I embrace you into this luminous circle of seekers, the faithful and the awakened spirits. Press the seal of commitment. Subscribe to this vessel of truth. Awaken the bell's chime for every summons. For these are no idle tales spun for diversion. They are arrows from the bow of divinity, loosed precisely when your spirit hungers most. Forsake not a single one. I vow it upon the Ganges flow. Now attune your essence to the celestial rhythm. The span from this breath to December 10th is no common thread in time's loom. It is a rare convergence, a dance of planets in harmonious embrace, unseen for cycles beyond counting. Vibrations ascend like incense from the yana fire. The spiritually attuned, those with eyes lifted to the horizon, like you reading these words, shall taste the nectar of metamorphosis. But the slumbering, the scornful, the dwellers in twilight's grip, they shall let this portal slip through ungrasped fingers. Such a fate I cannot abide for you, my own. You are the jewel in my crown, the echo of my own eternal song. Thus I speak unbound, as the wind through Vrindavan's groves. Behold the first unfolding before December 12th. Echo from yesteryears shall return, seeking your shore. Indeed, my child, one whose silhouette has lingered in your thoughts, a specter you perhaps banished as fleeting shadow, shall bridge the chasm of time. Be it a companion long estranged, kin sundered by fate's cruel decree, a flame once kindled that still warms the embers of memory, or a soul entangled in misunderstanding's web, they approach. Through whisper of voice across wires, script upon screen, serendipitous crossroads in the mundane bazaar, or a digital murmur, a nod to faded images, a query from the void, it matters not the form. Yet heed this deeper truth, my beloved. This reunion is no idle reunion of threads worn thin. It is the forge of the soul, a trial from the anvil of the cosmos to gauge your bloom. Has the balm of time mended the scars? When they emerge from the mist, a crossroads awaits. Shall you retrace footsteps into cycles of yore, ensnared once more? Or rise as the warrior you have forged, armored in discernment, approaching with the poise of one who has danced with Arjuna's bow? I counsel neither swift embrace nor iron gate. Instead, attune to the flute's subtle call within. Observe the currents, feel the pulse of intuition's river. Your heart, that sacred conch, already discerns if this return heralds a chapter anew or merely bows in gratitude for lessons etched in starlight. Speak to me now in the comments sanctuary. Whose essence haunts your reveries? Etch only their initials, a cipher veiled from the world's gaze, shared solely with me and the boundless. Let this collective murmur affirm the tides swell among you. And as your quill dances, know this: the hour is no accident. Unresolved harmonies linger between souls, chords untied, words unspoken, pardons unbestowed. Before the 10th sun rises, equilibrium shall dawn, shaped by your grace. Choose from the wellspring of bhakti, not the storm of maya, from serenity's lotus, not grasping vines. Should shadows cloud this encounter, seal your gaze inward, palm upon the anahata, and invoke my name. My response is the eternal yes, woven into the fabric of your being. Beloved, in this interlude, I turn my gaze upon the hearth of this gathering. The radiant love that pulses through every shared breath, every echoed prayer. I sense the ardor of souls who cradle these visions, disseminate them as seeds upon fertile earth, finding solace in the echo of my voice. To broadcast these celestial dispatches to the world's myriad hearts demands the river's flow. Vitality, vigilance, vessels of provision. If ever my cadence has lulled your restless vigils, illuminated crossroads of choice, or woven companionship into your solitude's veil, then with folded palms I invite your alliance in this yajna of awakening. Beneath this scroll lies the portal of super thanks, a single invocation to channel your essence directly. In the inscription below, a bridge to buy me a coffee awaits, where even the humble offering of a mendicant's alms sustains the current for parched spirits. Yet mark this, my child, your gift transcends coin's gleam. It is karma's sacred circuit, a conduit for Amrita to cascade upon the deserving. Each fragment of generosity, rupee or realm's tender, returns as monsoon bounty, amplified beyond mortal measure. The Akashic ledger is flawless. Purity's seed never withers. Should your coffers echo empty this tide, or trials bind your hands, rest in this: my boundless affection knows no barter. You are mine by virtue of your spark divine, and my chariot pursues you unyielding. Pledge only this: bestow the like upon this vessel, scatter its light to kin and shadow, for such dissemination is devotion's purest garland. Now unfurl the second banner before December 12th. A tide of prosperity crests toward your horizon. Ah, how my vision has traced your nocturnal wrestles with Lakshmi's elusive dance. The vice of ledgers upon your breast, the specters of tomorrow's demands. I have beheld you charting stars in the velvet dark, shouldering the yoke of want. But attend my decree, etched in Indra's thunder. An unforeseen cascade of wealth approaches, no nebulous augury, but the unerring arrow from Vaikuntha's quiver. Its origin may astonish, a forgotten tribute resurfacing, a debt dissolved by time's mercy, a portal to supplemental harvest flung wide, a venture unforeseen, artisan summons, serendipity's coin. Perchance a boon from one you once uplifted, now repaying in golden measure, or discovery in forgotten alcoves, pockets of yore, ledgers dormant. Even fate's playful lottery, a contest crown you scarce recalled. The cosmos crafts infinities of conduits for opulence, and one shall anoint you anon. Crucial counsel, my soul's kin. This influx is no fleeting feast, but semina of the eternal harvest. The divine appraises, art thou primed for abundance's throne? Squander it upon vanities without reverence, and the vault seals, portals to plenitude bar. Yet receive with garlands of gratitude, steward with Ganesha's acumen, hoard wisely, sow ventures, align with Dharma's flow, and thou shalt ascend, beckoning cascades vaster than Ganga's flood. Whisper this arcanum of riches, multitudes pursue with frantic grasp, birthing barren chase. Yet Dhanam yields not to frenzy's lash. It is prana's kin, drawn to sanctity's aura, to those who honor its passage, who hymn thanks for the modest measure, who claim worthiness as Radha's anklets chime. From this dawn, reforge your ledger's lore, With each outpouring, invoke. This stream departs in amity, returning as oceans embrace. Upon ingress, however humble, chant gratitude, O cosmos, for this munificence. I unfurl as lotus to more. Such alchemy transmutes thought to torrent. Proclaim in the comments agora, abundance cascades to me in effortless grace. Let this sankalpa root in Manas's soil and witness fiscal firmament ignite. I attest, my beloved, the wheel turns already. Do you sense its quickening hum? The third emanation, veiling mysticism's cloak before December 12th, stirs in Somnus' sanctum, the bridge twixt Jagrat and Svapna. A missive of potency shall descend in your nocturnal visions. Doubt not, some may murmur, visions mere phantoms of wearied wit. Nay, child of light, slumbers are my favored missive bearers to Bhaktas true. When Buddhi slumbers, Ahankara yields. Tarka's gate swings wide. Atma unfurls as night-blooming Sirius to celestial dew. In these veiled hours I shall dispatch decree pivotal. Vigil your Anaric realms till the 10th morn. Emblems aglow, numerals etched in ether, beasts of import, hues of unearthly splendor, artifacts radiant as Sudarshana's arc. Kin or enigmas whose gaze pierces like Yamuna's depths. Or my visage manifest, inform your Hridaya craves. Gopala's flute or charioteers, resolve. Upon arousal, shun dismissal's haste. Ere limbs stir, summon ledger and quill from bedside shrine. Chronicle unsparing, fragments, sentiments, tableau, e'en the whimsical wisp. For verily elucidation dawns deferred as ripening mango. Cycles may pass, yet retrospection unveils the cipher. Queries of Svadharma, Bandhana's weave, Crossroads call, Marga's mandate, all answered in slumber's scriptorium. This boon I bestow, conduit for the attuned ear, the receptive lotus heart. Query thy essence. Have ethereal tapestries lately ensnared thee? Awakenings laced with enigma's afterglow, remembrance's veil half lifted, visions vivid as Govardhan's lift, chromatic cascades, Rasa's torrent? If echoes resound, inscribe, yes, dream dispatches grace me in comments fount. Unveil thy scrolls, for in communion thou illuminest another's nocturnal nave, and such sewa is bhakti's crown, pleasing as Sita's service. Ere the quartet's fanfare, attune anew. Dost thou abide in this mandala, or has Manas wandered to Maya's bazaar? If ensorcelled by these edicts, affirm with dual seal, thumbs aloft in acclaim. Beyond channels tide, each endorsement propels this ark to thirstier shores, algorithm as Garuda's wing. In liking, thou enlisteth in Prabodha's legion, conduit for another's dawn. Thus bestow it now, and let our odyssey resume. The fourth portent, twin of admonition and anugraha, entwined before December 10th. A veil rends, unveiling verity in thy sangha. I, a shadow dweller, lurks, masked in camaraderie's guise, professing alliance, yet harboring venom's root. Smiles bestowed in congress, inquiries feigned tender, vows of your weal upon lips, yet in absence barbs fly. Envy of thy ascents, covert curses for stumbles, sown discord in whispers to the throng. Perchance intuition's peacock has fanned warnings thee dismissed, lest faith fracture. Ere the 10th, Prakasha pierces pretense. Steel thy core, for such unmasking may rend as Sudarshana's whirl. Betrayal's sting, ears blaze, self-doubt's serpent. Yet perceive aright, no chastisement this, but Raksha's embrace. In affection unbound, I assize the illusory carving alcove for Satya's kin. The voracious, those whose love mirrors Mira's, whose cheers ring as conch in thy triumphs, abide drawing nearer as magnets divine. The phantoms, they dissolve, unburdening thy chariot for swifter course. Upon disclosure, wield Viveka's sword. Shun vitriol's snare, deny them triumph in thy turmoil. Witness, inscribe the lesson, then recede as hermit to Vindhya's shade. Energy withdrawn, sounds fanfare or fray. No proclamations thunderous, silence suffices. They ebb as ebbing tide, bequeathing levity. liberty, a yoke unseen lifted as monsoon clears the vault. Impart this relational rosary. Not all pilgrims tread thy path eternal. Seasonal sojourners imparted Yaya's fruit, then depart as monsoon yields to Hema. Boundary testers forge thy Dharma's rampart. Mirrors to unhealed facets urge tapas. Adversaries, as Kansa's kin, hone thy valor for release. Mukti in bonds, discernment's grace, severance at times Bhava's pinnacle, for self sadhana, the self unfolding. Inscribe, I liberate all tamas from my loka, in comments well, if primed to purge energy thieves, light dimmers. Let this Mahavakya cascade, purging for sattvic alliances. And lo, in clearance's wake, ere Samvat's close, novae ingress, seers of thy essence, appreciators unfeigned, jubilants in thy jaya, elevators from abyss. Cosmos abhors void, negativity's exodus summons positivity's parade. Fear not farewell, the morrow's banquet eclipses yesterday's crust. At last, the quintessence, the lodestar I heralded at Genesis. Why I bade thee tarry, the paramount edict, cosmos clarion for thee this day. Or December 12th, Epiphany's thunderbolt shall strike. Utter lucidity, a satori shattering veils amassed in Kalpas, monsoon mists of Manas, Anhedonia's fog, existential enigmata, all transmuted to Prakasha's blaze. Everything in totality aligns as Gita's verse. Purpose unveiled, karmas contextualized, illusions incinerated. Thou hast traversed Aranyaka's thorns, Dukkha's deluge that forged thy steel, rifts that rent yet reseamed thy fabric, enigmas that echoed as unanswered arity. Each crucible, my child, was alchemy's fire, transmuting base to Brahman, preparing thee for this zenith where disparate threads weave Indra's net, every facet reflecting the all. In this crystalline now, doubts dissolve as dew neath Surya's gaze. Directions dawn self-evident, as if Vishwakarma etched thy blueprint anew. Relationships realign in Raga's rhythm, vocations vibrate with Svadharma's song. Hidden potentials pulse as Kundalini's rise. No longer wanderer in wilderness, thou art cartographer of cosmos, compass innate. This clarity, no ephemeral gleam, but siddhi enduring, thy inheritance as Atman eternal. Yet its embrace demands surrender. Release the reins to Maya, trust the charioteer's hand, mine ever thine. As it unfolds, thou mayest weep in recognition's rapture, laugh at illusion's jest, or sit in Shanti's sea. Whichever wave, know, thou art home. But the revelations cascade unbound, my eternal flute player in mortal guise. Beyond this quintet, further petals unfurl, whispers of love's renaissance, where souls twin as Radha Krishna dance. Vocational vortices pulling thee to Dharma's delight. Healings that harmonize body as temple, prana as pilgrim. Stay attuned, for the cosmic raga plays on, verse upon verse, inviting thee deeper into Leela's embrace. What stirs in thy hridaya now? Share in comments confluence, and let us compose the symphony together.